This is an awesome pond. Oh boy.
I found safety goggles.
Look at this guy. Safety's our #1 priority. All right. Good job, Ant.
Hey everybody, it's Jack from Atlantis Water Gardens. Welcome to part 2 of this sick pond build in Rockaway, New Jersey. If you haven't seen how we got to this point so far, click right here for part 1. Check that out. Get up to speed and come on back because we are rocking and rolling over here. We've got about a 3+ foot deep pond right now. Massive waterfall being constructed on the right hand side. I've got a small waterfall that's going in over here. That's going to be a presentation for the kitchen area and this whole porch. And we've got a nice long intake bay down this end of the pond. Water will be drawn all the way through here and it'll just be kind of swirling over here for debris. Pump vaults are over here. We've got 3 pumps inside this pond running the waterfalls and the wetland filter. The fish will be able to swim from that end of the pond all the way up in here and then turn around and go back out. So they have a nice long run here to swim up and down. Things we got to finish for this project: this small waterfall on the right hand side. We've got the bones of it started that are coming into the pond right now. Then we're going to turn, have a little stream section and create some cascades up in this area here. Finishing this big waterfall is the largest part of what's left to do here. These big boulders have gaps in between them with really nice stonework. We're gonna have cascades kind of all over the place in here. We've got a constructed wetland filter going up behind the top there. That's what's gonna be filtering this pond and starting this waterfall. If we can get this pond tidied up today, I see water going in possibly by the end of the day, which would leave us one more day after today to finish this 5-day project. And it looks like there's still a lot to do, so we'll see how that shakes out. Let's get to work. As this waterfall is coming together, we do a lot of things that make the actual structure of the waterfall work. We're dropping these big boulders and there's huge caverns that we've got to do something with in order to make the water come over areas like this. I mean, it drops down almost 14 inches behind it. So what we're doing is we're filling these areas up with gravel, and then we're doing something called a bib liner. And Bowie's going to explain how he does that. So what's happening is underneath what Boulevard's doing now, this is what the gravel looks like. So we gravelled up to be about 3 or 4 inches below the weir. This is where the water's gonna be coming off. Then we take a piece of liner, lay it over the top, and then Boulevard's cutting around all these rocks like precisely. What we'll do is after he cuts this whole thing out and makes it basically a bib on top of the gravel, he's gonna peel back the edges and foam and press this into the foam. That's going to make it a watertight membrane. This way the water will go from this rock into this area, pool up on top of the liner and make it over the weir, forming our cascade. Now with these large boulder waterfalls, that's something we do quite often because we're trying to make just these massive rocks fit into places, and instead of pulling back and trying to backfill every little nook and cranny to try and get the liner up, it's much easier for us to just drop the boulders in where we want them, backfill with the gravel, and then do those bib liners. And we're gonna get the same effect, which is the water coming over the top of the waterfall.
So to disguise the rubber edging or the liner that comes up on the edge, what we do is we use a mixture of plants, gravel, and some other boulders here, and we kind of squeeze the liner in between the two, and then to kind of soften the edges and add a natural touch, plants that are going to creep over the edges in addition to the rocks and the gravel. Once this is all fully grown in, it's going to look like this stream has been here forever.
Day 5 is looking pretty good. We've got water in the pond, and it just looks awesome. I love those big boulders coming out from the water surface, and you guys got to see it when it was empty. Just you could understand how much structure is down below the water. Now we can focus on getting this waterfall finished up, getting that wetland filter installed. It's got a beautiful garden up top. It's all moss and boulders, very natural. Up here is where the constructed wetland filter is going to go. Right about where the blade of the machine is, we're going to be putting in a 6x8 wetland filter. We're going to excavate down about 3.5 feet. There's going to be aqua blocks, a vault in here. We're going to be pumping into the bottom, then it's going to go up through graduations of rock and then gravel, and that'll start the waterfall. So when it's finished, it's going to look like another small pond up here, only about a couple inches deep, with the water flowing down and starting all the cascades into the pond. So what I'm going to do now is start the excavation, get this all shaped up. Then we can get our layers of fabric and liner in there. We're going to do some concrete cloth around the top edge of it also. Then we can start building our wetland filter and getting one step closer to turning this pond on.
Okay, while these guys are hard at work up top working on that constructed wetland, I am just putting some final touches to wrap up this little waterfall here. I feel sometimes these little small waterfalls take a little bit more time as opposed to the big boulder waterfalls, because you really have to kind of fit these little sliver pieces into and frame it out. There's not going to be a whole lot of water here, so I have to make sure that there's not too big of a weir. Otherwise it's just going to be a trickle, and that's not going to look so good. So I'm trying to find these frame rocks here, a nice little spillway tucked in between the two. I'm gonna frame out the back. We were gonna be using a spillway, but because the flow is going to be slower, I'm just gonna essentially make a pooling area right in the top here, frame it out with rocks, cut off this extra liner, tie in our lights, wrap up our edges, tuck in some plants, maybe a little bit of moss, and then gravel the little stream here. So this is going to be a very simple but very detailed waterfall to complement the far right side of the pond. He had one over in this section before. It was a little bit more to that side, so we just kind of shifted it this way since the pond got bigger. But this is going to be a very nice accent right up at the edge of the patio, sneaking down and then drops right into the pond. This thing is coming together incredible. I know Jack left us on our own to complete this, and let me show you what we've done. So this is the intake bay. This is about 14 feet long, a huge area for these fish to navigate through this little channel here. This is gonna really cause that water to squeeze tight, increase the flow as it opens into here and then slows down. The fish are most likely going to hang out in here a lot. One, because the food is gonna make its way over this way. This because the pumps are situated down in those vaults. But they're gonna just love hanging out in this area here. It's about 10 inches of water for them to be kind of hanging out and doing what fish do. And then fight that current back through the channel into the main pond, where they've got 3 feet of water going down to just hang out and do more fish things. So this is an awesome pond. Oh boy.
I found safety goggles.
Look at this guy. Safety's our #1 priority. All right, good job, Ant. This has been an awesome project to work on. There are so many different components. We've got, you know, stacked stone, big boulders, intake bays, deep ponds, big fish, frogs, awesome landscape. This thing is gonna turn out so incredible. I cannot wait to see what you guys think and what the customer thinks. I think that little guys are excited too.
Wow.
Beautiful.
So it's been months since I've been back here. I'm excited to see how this looks. Oh man, this just looks incredible. Start down here. There's the fish in and out of the intake, just like we thought they would. That water's being drawn right across the pond into here. It swirls around, easy skimming, get that debris out of there, but it just extends the pond. And if you look right here, you can see that current flowing through there. Those pumps are pulling, and with the way it's squeezed down there, it just makes all the surface water come inside here for the collection. Love the way the creeping Jenny grew in. That's kind of what we're after, is to blur those lines between aquatic and terrestrial, and as the years go by, you'll keep filling out this edge to the point where it's almost just a plant edge around this whole front side of the pond. And I'd say it's a pretty big difference as far as the waterfall from what was here before. That is impressive. And as big as it is, it fills the backyard with sound, but it's not overpowering. And that's because of all those little pooling areas. And we were able to rebuild that small little waterfall that was on the side, kind of changed things up a little bit, gave it some interest. Little pooling area here. Just looks like it's starting to bleed out of the wall and work its way down, playing off that natural landscape. We'll take a walk up through the garden to the top side. And we've got our constructed wetland filter at the top. That's what's keeping that pond so crystal clear. Then we've got some nice aquatic plants in there that are just constantly pulling nutrients out of the water as it flows through. What do you guys think? Tell me down in the comments below. Did you like the way it was before, or is the new rendition better? Hit that subscribe button. Come on back every week, Fridays, 4 p.m. We're gonna be here bringing you beautiful water features and water feature builds. See you on the next one.